Today I'm going to share a traditional Chinese medicine recipe that used to nourish our qi and support healthier bones, skin and hair. It is also anti-aging as well. So it is the Chinese yam, black bean and pork bone soup. In this video, we're going to go over the medicinal properties of each ingredient and how to make this healthy, delicious and nourishing soup. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Chinese Herbal Pantry. I'm Shirley, a Chinese medicine practitioner and a Western medicine pharmacist in Australia. On this channel, I share tips on how to use Chinese herbs in the comfort of your own home effectively and most importantly, safely. I also share Chinese medicine health tips and sometimes I'll sprinkle some pharmacy knowledge to let you get the best of the both worlds. Today I'm going to make a very popular and classic Chinese herbal soup. It is the Chinese yam and black bean pork bone herbal soup. This soup is made with easy to find Chinese herbs that are great and safe for the whole family. Many people might not realize that this soup is actually a herbal recipe despite having tried it before or even having it frequently. Although many of the ingredients are food-based, there is a Chinese medicine theory behind the creation of this recipe and its intended use. Okay, let's first take a quick look at the recipe. You can see on the screen here, but don't worry, you will get the full recipe in the description box below. I'll explain the function of each ingredient according to traditional Chinese medicine theory and how they work together and enhance each other's function. So the three main ingredients in this recipe are the Chinese yam, the black soybean, and also the pork bone. Okay, before I dive deeper into each ingredient, I also want to bring your attention to one function that all three ingredients share. That is to support the Chinese medicine kidney. So I want to clarify this again in case you are new to this channel. The kidney, when I say it's the Chinese medicine kidney, it's according to Chinese medicine theory. It's not the Western medicine actual physical kidney, okay? So if you are familiar with traditional Chinese medicine, the Chinese medicine kidney relates to growth and aging. So when our Chinese medicine kidney is healthy, it will promote growth in youngsters and slow aging in the older people. So according to the 5-element theory, Chinese medicine kidney also related to our bones and our hair. This is why at the start of the video, I explained that this soup can help with the growth and slow aging as well as can support our bones and our hair. So now let's have a look at each ingredient. Let me start with the Chinese yam. So that's how it looks like. This is the fresher cut one. They just cut it and then they just dried it without pressing it. Sometimes you will see a longer, flatter one, the pressing one. So this is called Shan Yao. It's also known as Discoria. It is a root vegetables. It's commonly used in Chinese medicine to support the Chinese medicine kidney, spleen, and the lung, as well as to strengthen our immune system. So this is because the Shan Yao is a gentle qi tonic. That's why it can help to nourish our qi, and that's why we often use it to relieve fatigue, diarrhea, lack of appetite, because these two is related to our digestive functions and will help with the mild cough, which is related to the lung, which I'd explain. This can support 3 organ systems in Chinese medicine. So study has also shown that it has anti-inflammatory and also antioxidant properties. So next, I want to talk about the black bean. So black bean in this recipe actually is the Chinese black soybean. They are a rare form of legume that is native to China, and we use it in Chinese medicine to nourish the kidney, promote healthy skin, relieve lower back pain, because it's related to the kidney, and also to clear the toxins from the body. Same as the yellow soybean, the black variety is not too expensive and is a great source of plant-based protein and fiber. Third ingredient is in this recipe, we decided to use the pork because pork is neutral, and I prefer you to use the pork bone. Okay, this is because according to the Chinese medicine, the pork bone is related to the kidney and it will help to nourish our qi and the blood. Particularly the big bones, because it's also a rich source of minerals and nutrients that needed to build and strengthen our own bones. Bones and the bone marrows also contain a lot of vitamins and collagen So the vitamins is to support our hair, and the collagen is to support our skin. That's why bone broth have become quite popular in the West these days. It's no stranger to Chinese cuisine because we do use a lot of bones to make our soup. Therefore, as you can see, these three ingredients, they do work together and they also enhance each other's functions. All these ingredients are neutral, hence you don't need to worry whether it's too warming or too cooling for you or for your family. In addition to these three main ingredients, I also use other herbs and vegetables to add some flavor, color, and also additional medicinal properties to this soup. So as you can see in the recipe up here, if you have followed me for a while, you're probably quite familiar that I do love to add a small amount of goji and also red dates to many of my soups. So same in this case. You probably already learned the basic function of goji berries and the red dates, which is to nourish our qi, our blood, and our yin. They will give this recipe a little bit of extra boost and the beautiful color of red color. Also, I add some ginger. The ginger is to use to warm our body, to warm our stomach area, and also to support our digestions. Let's start cooking now. You might ask, who can take this soup? Since this soup basically it's made up of all food-based ingredients, so they are suitable for people of all ages. The Chinese yam basically just the root vegetables in China. What you can see here is the dry form. In China, you can find the fresh form in the right season. However, in Australia, sometimes I can find it, sometimes I find it quite hard to get. So I'm just going to show you the dry form for now. And the black soybean is a legume. So both of these are basically just beans and vegetables. So they are safe for everyone. And the pork bone equally is basically just a food-based ingredient. All these ingredients are safe for everyone, making a great option for those looking to nourish their kidneys and also their spleen, or to basically to support their general well-being and the immune system. It is generally recommended to drink this soup once or twice a week, or even like twice a month, that's okay too, depending on your individual needs and your preference. However, if you usually have a weaker digestion or are more sensitive to beans or legumes, such as tend to feel quite bloated after you're eating them, then I would recommend probably no more than once a week, or even avoid it, especially if you feel quite uncomfortable after the black soybean. I know some people are a little bit like this, especially for the younger or the older people. Which season is great to drink this soup? And since all the ingredients are to support the kidney, and in Chinese medicine, kidney relate to winter. Also, black soybean is the black color, and black color is related to winter season as well. That's why this is a great soup during the winter months or colder weather time. Having said that, you can use this in any season or all 4 seasons throughout the year. This is because all the ingredients are very gentle food ingredients and they are neutral, so you can just drink it when you feel like it during all 4 seasons. I often get questions about what if they don't want to use the meat, especially for those who are vegan or vegetarians. If you don't want to add the pork bones, just these 2 are good enough. If you don't want to add the meat, then I would suggest to add some mushroom to give that the extra flavor. Another great ingredient you can add in is actually walnut. In Chinese medicine, walnut actually is a herb officially documented in our herbal books, although it feels like walnut is a very Western Western nuts or Western type of food, but we use that a lot in Chinese medicine. So walnut is also great to support our kidney, just like all these ingredients. So it's a great combination. The only thing that is different is the walnut is warming in nature. So all these are neutral, but that's fine. If you just eat a small handful of walnut, especially during winter time to warm you up a little, that will be a great one to add. So it also gives a nutty flavor. So even in this 3 ingredients recipe, if you want to add some walnut, that's also a great addition as well. So that hopefully will help to answer your question if you are vegetarian. So now is the tasting time. We've been cooking this for 3 to 4 hours. I like it a bit cooking longer because when we use a big bone, we really want to extract those nutrients and all that out. So let me give it a taste now. Yeah, the flavor of the bone, it has really came out. So I really like the bone broth taste like that. And the black bean as well as the Shan Yao, although they tend to be a bit more subtle taste, but because of the time that we use to cook it, it also come out quite nicely. The other thing I want to mention is the Huai Shan, the Shan Yao here. Previously I explained that I use the more freshly cut, less processed type. Most of the Shan Yao that you see in Asian grocery, probably they are flatter and slightly longer. They have a bit more processing, and this one have less. So I can taste it when I eat it. It actually do feel a bit like root vegetables, the dry one. I noticed the more traditional one, when they press it, it's not very palatable to eat, but this one actually, it's quite nice to eat. So I think if you could find this cut, you can give that a try. Or otherwise, if you can find a fresh one, just use the fresh one, okay? And I also quite like the sweetness and the color, the red date and the goji berries go in there. So it gives a very nice tinge of sweetness. So it's a nice balance of a bit kind of neutral taste, plus the bone broth and plus the sweetness, and the ginger also add a nice tinge of spice there. So it's really great. Like today in Melbourne, although it's summer, but it end up to be very cold at night time. So it's such a wonderful soup to have at your dinner time. I hope you learn something today and enjoy the soup as much as I do. If you have tried this recipe at home and you really like it, or you have any other suggestion or improvement, or if you have any family secrets recipe, please would love you to leave some comments below so I can learn from you too, or I can get more feedback from you. Testing, testing. Can you hear the wind and the tree? Delicious and nourishing soup and nourishing soup. So they are... where am I? I myself lost myself. If you do find this video helpful and really teach you something about Chinese medicine and cooking at home, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and family if you think that they will enjoy this video. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and press the notification bell so you will get notified when I have new video come out. So thank you for watching. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!